The shop manager is ready for a new video, so let's deliver. Brian from Apex Detail here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review the 303 Graphene Detailer. Not a complicated product, it's just a quick detailer with a little bit of graphene, and that is a complement to their graphene spray coating that they have. You can apply it two different ways with two microfibers or a microfiber applicator and a towel. Shake up the formula and either spray it directly onto the panel or into a microfiber. In this case, I like to spray it into a microfiber applicator, and I control what I spread out onto the panel. Spread it out as evenly as you can, and then just simply follow up with that second dry plush microfiber and buff to perfection. Let me show you the graphene within the formula. I'll spray it right into this applicator, and then I'll bring you guys close to the panel here, this white vehicle, and we'll spray it on, and you can see the darker color indicating the graphene. Simply massage that into the panel's surface and then grab your second dry microfiber and buff it off. I can pick up the slickness under the towel rather quickly. I didn't find anything about cure time, but I'm going to let it sit overnight before I introduce it to free-flowing water or rain. But yeah, you can feel the slickness. The gloss is also very impressive so far. Easy to use in a shop setting. We're sheltered here. I can't tell you what it'd be like to work in extreme heat, humidity, and direct sunlight, as this is our winter time here in the Northeast. And it's as simple as that. The gloss, the slickness coming to play immediately, and you just repeat this process all the way around the car. All external surfaces I apply it to. The trim, headlights, taillights, wheels, glass, absolutely everything. We just put PPF on the entire front clip and also the mirrors and the bottom of the rockers here. And we're going to put this coating directly on top. And when you're finished, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the finish. The gloss, the slickness, it brightens the whites here, makes it nice and deep and glossy, and you can send the vehicle on its way. Okay, let's get it onto a test panel. I want to share all of the experience with you, the good and the bad. So let's get it on the panel here. But if you're going to use a product, you could use it on top of their spray graphene coating or any coating at all, a ceramic coating. You can use it on top of sealants, polymer sealants, acrylic products, and even wax. And you can use it on its own. If you're going to use it on its own, wash the car, decon, polish it. At least use a cleaner polish and a finishing or black applicator pad to clean off the surface. And this is exactly what it looks like using a strong shop light. Easy to use. It comes off rather quickly so far. So good. I could pick up the gloss and slickness in the test area. We're going to let it sit overnight, so 12 hours, and you can see the reflection is nice and crisp. It feels slick compared to the outside of the area, so we'll put some blocks on there and you can see for yourself the slickness has indeed increased. Another thing that increased even by the eye is the gloss, and here's some numbers to put behind what we're seeing. Okay, time to test out the detailer. I'm not expecting much when it comes to durability. This is graphene. It's supposed to be so strong, right? Well, let's introduce it to some heat. We'll drag the panel outside and go from there. What I like to look for outside is the jetting effect. So when we remove the tape, I like to see an outline where the inside, where we applied the product to, is darker, richer, gives it a little bit of depth. We can see a little bit of that here. Not a whole lot, but it is there. Again, this is just a quick detailer. When it comes to water behavior, I've found that it does both. If there's enough water introduced, it will sheet fast. And if it's just like a light mist or a little bit of water, it will bead just fine. Okay, time for a 10 wash test. Uh, Starting out here, I'm going to guess that it may make it through the 10 wash test. I don't expect it to go much further. Here you can see exactly where we have it applied, the outlines there. You could see it beading and sheeting quickly in the inside of that line. Let's just continue on. We have a strip wash here. We have Adams strip wash, and we have a little bit of Built Hamber Auto Foam, which is highly alkaline. Here we can see where we did introduce the heat, and graphene has been the buzzword, guys, this year. And I understand the detailer here has a low concentration of the graphene compared to other products. But the weakness is going to be durability when it comes to this product. The high points or the strengths will be gloss and slickness. Just to share with you, having used the products on some of our own vehicles here. Okay, now we're at the point where the characteristics of beading and sheeting are dissipated. That does not mean the protection is gone, by the way. That's often a misconception when beading and sheeting are just characteristics of protection. They're not the foundation of the protection at all. And what we're going to do here is we're going to dry off the panel when we're done, when we're finally done with this wash test. And we're going to bring in the gloss meter, and I'll indeed show you. Now, a naked panel, even when it's corrected, you're looking at maybe 90s, high 80s, every once in a while low 90s. And it isn't until you add some type of relevant protection that it breaches the mid 90s into the triple digits. So we're going to find out in just a few short seconds where this ends up, and that's what I call the gloss hold. At this point, you think the protectant would be just about completely gone from the panel, but as we bring in the gloss meter after it's dried, it really hasn't lost a whole lot, a few tenths of a gloss unit. But yeah, very, very impressive in some areas, gloss and slickness. Just don't come to the conclusion that this thing's going to hold up for long periods of time. If you're using the spray coating, the graphene coating from 303, or you're putting it on top of other products as a topper, I would do it. I would reapply it quarterly, maybe every 3 or 4 months. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. I hope it helps, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.